sex, and fatherhood. I dedicate this video to all of the great dads out there. I had a great dad. I lost him too soon, in my opinion, and I feel like if he was watching this video right now, he would be weirdly proud of me. Hi, I am sex and relationship coach Caitlin B, and over the years I have had the absolute pleasure of working with a lot of dads. Dads of young children, dads of older children, dads that have become granddads. I have worked one-on-one in my coaching practice with dads of all kinds. And I wanted to make a video specifically about dads and sex, because you know what? We talk a lot about moms and sex, and I think it's time for dads to have their day. Father's Day joke. That was such a dad joke. If you're a dad, please leave a dad joke in the comments. I'm not even playing. I will vote for the best one. In fact, I will give a prize, any one of my 3 masterclasses, to the best dad joke in the comments. Deal? All right. I love a good dad joke. All right. Babies and children change our lives, probably more than anything else that we can do. They affect it more than the job that we have or the car that we drive. And the process of becoming a parent or having a child, a newborn in your life, definitely changes everything. And one of the things that it changes the most is your sex life. I'm going to give you 4 simple steps to a postpartum sex success sexaganda. Okay, I'm on the dad joke train and it's not cute anymore. I'm gonna give you 4 parts. I'm gonna give you 4 steps to reclaiming your sex life post-bebe. Number 1, expand your definition of eroticism, sex, and intimacy. Sex is going to be different for so many reasons, not to mention that there's a child in a bassinet somewhere or the next room over playing video games 10 years from now. Sex is going to change. There's no right or wrong amount of time for a mom to wait until she is sexual again, and that is why it helps to really expand your definition of what sex even is. Now, we know that sex is not just intercourse. It's not just penetration. It can include touching, rubbing, loving, licking, kissing, touching, touchies, as we like to call them around here. Sex can include a lot of things. It can include mutual masturbation. It can include watching porn together. It can include supporting one partner while they put on a show for the other partner. It can be blown up out of the water, and in many ways it needs to be. This is because not all bodies heal the same and at the same rate. For some women and some people who have given birth, there is going to be scar tissue. There may be additional challenges and complications, and she may need additional time in order to really feel reconnected to her body. Not to mention hormones, not to mention that she's getting all this physical touch from the baby, especially if she's breastfeeding. She's already got a lot of physical touch happening all day, every day. Her physical touch meter and her need for connection may be really, really well met by the baby. And therefore, these are all things just to keep in mind. Expanding your definition of sex and intimacy and eroticism will be very helpful as things ebb and flow after a baby comes home. Number 2, work together to remove the barriers. The dual control model of sexuality teaches us that much like a car, our sex drive is made up of a gas pedal and a brake. There are things that can increase our arousal and make us want to have sex more, and just as importantly, there are things that can prevent us from wanting to have sex and being aroused. And it is not enough to just put our foot on the gas. We also need to take our foot off of the brake for the car to go forward. So working together to figure out what are the barriers. Is it a mess around the house? I just can't rest until all the dirty dishes are put away or the laundry has been washed. Is it fatigue? Is it just that there's absolute exhaustion, we're not sleeping, baby's up all night crying, has colic? Whatever, what can we do about that? Is it guilt? Is it shame? Is it insecurity? Bodies change after a baby. Both men and women's bodies change after they have a baby. They may not be taking care of themselves in the way that they used to. There may be stretch marks in places that there were not. There's a lot of potential things that may be putting their foot on the brake. Working together with your partner to figure out what is putting pressure on the brakes can be very, very helpful for letting the car roll forward. I think a car analogy is fine for a dad video. Number 3, release yourself of stereotypes. So many men have these really firm and rigid ideas about what it means to be a man that are tied up with sex. And as soon as sex is not available in the way that it used to be, or the way that it's kind of like tied up for them in their mind, they lose their self-identity in a way that's very damaging for them. For example, if you don't want sex all the time, you're not a man. That is not true. You're just as much of a man. If having a baby has decreased your libido, you are still a man. You're an ultra man because you have fathered a child. Listen, you're not wrong for wanting to have sex. You're not wrong for putting sex on the back burner and stepping slowly into the role of being a father. I think this is a great time for me to just jump in and say that one of my favorite turn-ons in the whole world is a hot dad. A hot dad with a stroller, a hot dad holding a baby. It just shows that he's like tender and he provides for his family and he is present for a kid. That is like such a Oh, hot dads, I see you and I want you to know I truly appreciate you. And you can send me selfies if you want. I'm just saying. Never said that before. I don't want dick pics. I want baby pics. There's also a harmful stereotype that you're a failure if your woman doesn't want to have sex with you or for some reason she can't have an orgasm. This is also not uncommon. After having a child, her body has changed. Her route that she used to use to get to orgasm may also have changed. It doesn't mean that you're a bad lover or any less of a man because of it. Number 4, and this one is I think the most important, is ask for the reassurances that you need. Men go through major changes when a baby is brought home. One of those changes is that there's now a third in a relationship that used to be 2, especially if this is your first child. You were just 2 and now you are 3. And that 3 gets in the way of you and your wife. She has this very important role to play. If she's breastfeeding, the baby only wants her. She's got this role to play. And sometimes dad just feels straight up left out. Like he lost his wife or his partner to this little creature that needs her all the time. And she's giving all of her attention to them. And I get it. This is really, really frustrating. And dads, you have every single right to ask for reassurances that you matter, that she loves you, and that she knows that you care about the sex life, that it's gone missing, and that it will come back. It is not unreasonable to say, hey babe, I know that we're gonna have sex again. I know that logically, but I just need you to tell me. I just need you to tell me that we're gonna have sex again, that we're gonna have the great raunchy, kinky sex that we used to have. I need you to tell me that you're gonna blow me again, like you mean it. I need that from you. Can you give me that reassurance? There is no shame in needing to be reassured, whatever it's gonna do to like rest your nervous system. A lot of us for whom sex is very important, we need to know that sex is going to happen. We need to know that sex is on the horizon or we really cannot rest. And if that's you, ask for the reassurances that you need. No shame at all. All right, dads, you are the best. And if you need any help with your sex life, I'm here to help. Apply for one-on-one coaching or group coaching in the link below. I've included it in the description for this video. I really do appreciate all that you do on behalf of everyone. I just want to say thank you so much, dads. We love you.